Good day to you all, and here is another video on Talk theme parks. I'm not sure what to call it. We'll call it working title, where I'll just talk about something in the theme park industry related news that I've seen and think would be great to discuss. Now, what's prompted me to do a video today is I've already seen this. I think it was on the news and it was on the internet that some guys, probably in their late teens, early 20s, broke into Thorpe Park and climbed Stealth. I wasn't aware that they also climbed Colossus. But what I want to talk about today is something that I've not seen talked about much, which just came into my brain space, if you like, after I saw something, I think it was a Croydon newspaper thing on Facebook advertising it as well. And I can't help but think and I've watched the video on YouTube now, and it's quite an interesting video whether you're a fan of theme parks or when people break into normally abandoned places. In this case, it was just closed at night. But there's one thing that crossed my mind straight away that no one's really mentioned yet, and that is with how easily they got in, with how much they're advertising their faces on the video. No offense to them meant by any of this, but is this endorsed by Thorpe Park? Is this an advertising ploy? Is it a publicity stunt? Because I'm a big enthusiast of theme parks, but for the last 2 seasons I've not felt drawn to go to Thorpe Park. Darren Brown's Ghost Train left a couple of months, and the reviews for that were so bad and the feedback was so bad that I thought it's not drawing me to go down and travel there. And it's not really been that great reviews since they've changed it about the demon in there. I can't remember, paraphrasing at the moment, but it seems to me like this whole debacle where they're going in, they're climbing Stealth, they later climb Colossus as well, get some great shots. Does it not appear to anyone else that it's just a huge publicity stunt on Thorpe Park's part? Maybe, I wouldn't say that they snuck in and then Thorpe Park thought, let's go mad with this so Thorpe Park's relevant again in the news. What I would say is, this guy seems to know what he's doing. He's got a lot of videos on YouTube where I think he does train surfing in Paris and things like that. And I've got nothing against those videos. What I'm saying is, to me, whether it is or not, it completely smacks of a publicity stunt, and no one seems to be jumping on that, which I find really weird. So I just thought I'd mention that today. Maybe take a look at it again if I get any feedback from you guys. Just tell me what you think about it. Tell me whether you thought it was impressive, whether you enjoyed that video. I've got nothing against them putting the video up, but it just seems like everyone's talking about it on Facebook. Everyone's talking about it in closed communities within the enthusiast community, and to me, I just feel like turning around and going, is this not another publicity stunt? Just like the time when people complained about Asylum in its final year, when they decided to change the maze, and they had people with mental illnesses picketing, but it was all just a publicity stunt. Makes me wonder if Thorpe Park are going to come out and say this is a publicity stunt. I wouldn't be surprised if they know that he knows what he's doing. And Thorpe Park had this way recently, especially, of trying to connect with the YouTube community when they've had inverted commas, if you like, famous YouTube celebrities do other events there like gaming and so forth. If they thought that this guy who knows what he's doing can do a kind of guerrilla style footage of him breaking in, because it seemed really easy. When he's talking about it, saying, oh, we've just snuck it in, he seems to have, it seems like he's acting in a way. He's got to get this out because he's trying to convince, I mean, it might be legitimate. I can't say it's 100% fake, but it just seems like a publicity stunt to me, and I was just interested what everyone else thought at this point, whether they think, oh yeah, it could be, or no, it's not. I'd just love to hear everyone's feedback, and we'll go back to this whenever I feel it's relevant to go back to it and look at everyone's feedback in the comments, or if you want to go to Facebook, Talk Theme Parks, put something on there. It just seems like, to me, I mean, it's not a bad publicity stunt, but I feel the need to it's interesting to talk about if it's a publicity stunt. especially if it comes out in a few weeks and everyone's like, oh god, we never thought it was a publicity stunt. But it seems like they got in there quite easy. They snuck in through the car park even though they filmed a security guard watching them walk across the car park. If you've seen stuff on YouTube about people sneaking into Thorpe Park before, I don't condone it, but that's not the way people have reported doing it before. When people seem to legitimately sneak into Thorpe Park, I've never snuck in there myself. I've got an annual pass. There's no real need to, but people say there's a public path right around the other side of Thorpe Park because it's not a complete island. It's like a pseudo island. Apart from that bit of water near the front, there's actually land around the back that connects to the Thorpe Park island, as it were. And people have apparently snuck in that way. So having that kind of knowledge at the back of your head, you think these people probably are doing it for publicity. Maybe Thorpe Park are paying them to do it as well. Obviously they are if it is a publicity stunt. But it'd be interesting. I've gone on long enough. But I don't know, I'll call this working title for now. I'll just hit a little bit of audio on the old YouTube every time something happens in theme park news. And this week it seems like that's a big thing still, apparently. So check it out if you can see the video. I can't remember the channel's name. He's got some good videos on there, don't get me wrong. Be interested to see what everyone else thinks. So I'll catch you soon.